The European honeybee, Apis mellifera, pollinating over 80% of the United States crops, equivalent to $20 billion revenue per year, bees are an important piece of the agricultural industry. In order to produce 1 pound of honey, 2 million flowers must be visited. With a single bee producing a minuscule 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey in its lifetime, they truly live up to the common phrase, a busy bee. Bees are also crucial to maintaining biodiversity and pollinating numerous plant species whose fertilization requires an obligatory pollinator. But not everything is sunshine and flowers for the bees. After extensive research, we discovered the fate of 2 colonies on the Catlin Gable campus. Almost like the bodies of Pompeii, the bees were frozen in time, for reasons unknown. Our team of researchers may have unlocked the reasons for the perfect storm that killed the 2 hives. One discovery was of Varroa, commonly known as mites. These small, red, parasitic arachnids climb on the backs of bees and wreak havoc on the unexpected colonies. Varroa populations have spread and become a major pest of honeybees since their introduction to Florida in the mid-1980s. Human-managed colonies are disproportionately affected by these small yet destructive creatures, the very nature of modern beekeeping giving the parasite the exact conditions it needs to spread nearly beyond control. In the wild, colonies are located relatively far apart from one another, which makes it difficult for mites to cause widespread infections. Additionally, in wild colonies, the natural process of swarming, in which a portion of the hive breaks away to form a new colony, would serve as a mechanism of mite prevention, the thinning decreasing mite density. In human-kept colonies, however, the increased density of hives and mites' abilities to hitchhike on the backs of wandering bees make for a deadly combination. On the Catlin Gable campus, the 3 bee colonies were kept within feet of one another, thus easily accessible for the mites. Varroa mites are not the only cause of the 2 colonies' demise, however. The Catlin Gable grounds crew have recently been spraying glyphosate, commercially marketed as Roundup, a common herbicide used to tame weeds. Unfortunately, the sprayed dandelions are one of the bees' favorite flowers. When they bring nectar back to the hive, they also bring harmful chemicals which hinder the functions of the EPSPS enzyme in their gut bacterium, the gut allowing the bee to produce honey and essential to their health. Bees were found dead with their tongues out, as well as burrowed inside combs, head first, 2 signs of chemical poisoning. For now, we can conclude the cause of death of the 2 hives was a perfect storm of Varroa infestation and pesticide poisoning. But what about the 3rd colony on campus? What about all the colonies still left in the world? What can we do to prevent disease and death in bee colonies? One way is to stay away from herbicides and pesticides in your garden. Harmful chemicals can be transmitted to the hive and hurt them. Planting your garden with native and bee-friendly plants is important, for they provide great sources of nectar and pollen. Bees, like us humans, rely upon a diverse and regular food supply. Buying local and raw honey and avoiding honey sold in bulk or in big chain supermarkets are other ways to promote bee sustainability, for the honey source may not have had healthy environmental practices. The 2 hives on the Catlin Gable campus may have met the perfect storm of mite infestation and herbicide poisoning, but with this revelation, change our beekeeping practices so other hives must not meet the same end.